Hello Gearfacts geezers, this is literally my first go on the NUX MG-20 multi-effects unit. This is a new one from NUX and it looks pretty exciting. I've got the purple socks on, so I'm absolutely invincible. Let's hear what it sounds like. Bad start. Nice phaser. Alright, let's try a little bit of editing. It looks like all of our effects are just arranged in a straight line here, and it's just a simple switch to bring the effect in or out. And all the effects are sounding pretty good. Let's go through what's in the modulation section. How do we do this? Tell you what, let's bring you in to have a closer look at the screen. Okay, so you can see there is an actual graphical representation of each of the effects. So if I go into the amp unit, for example. Then I've got a whole range of amps that I can just cycle through using the select knob. Let's give something a try. Each of those I've got cabinets I can choose from. And that British amp has a lot of analog feel to it. Let's see what else we got. Gearfacts, Distortion, Uno. Don't know what that means, but anyway. Then we got Screamer, Modern Distortion, Heavy Metal, Overdrive, Tube, Big Muff, Distortion Plus. There's about 10 of them there to choose from. Let's try Tube. Yeah, that sounds really analog. Very, very nice. What else have we got? I was talking about different kinds of modulations before, so we've got chorus there. There's a vintage phaser. I'm going to change back to that tube drive because I really like that. Back to modulation again. Rotary speakers. Vibrato. That's pretty fun. Harmonious. Harmonious is one I've really never got the hang of and never used in my music. Detuning, just a thicker sort of a chorus effect. So there we go, we've got about 9 modulation effects I think. Right at the end here we've got reverb, room, and room, hall and plate is what we've got there. Delay, analog delay, digital delay, modulated delay. Switch off that modulation to get a bit of a handle on this delay. That's nice. Tape echo. Oh yes. Kind of have that weird trebly overdub sort of sound as it decays. Very true to the real thing. And reverse. And reverse is just a special effects toy really. I don't think you'd ever use that seriously, but lots of pedals have it. Panning delay. So you won't hear that because we're not recording in stereo. There it is. So analog, digital, modulated, tape echo, reverse, and pan delay. We got more than one kind of compressor? Yeah, just one kind of compressor there, called red compressor. One kind of noise gate. The EFX are basically drives that support the amps, and looks like, well, there's a lot of amp models, must be about 15 there. EQ, you can use parametric or 7-band. Modulation, like I said, we've been through those. Delay, reverb, and then at the end here you can set up this control button to do a range of things. So you can use it for tap tempo, as a boost button, just to bring in delay on top of everything else, or you can use it to start or stop the MP3 player. You can pop an SD card in the back of this one and play backing tracks, and there are more MP3 player controls here, so you can skip backwards and forwards in tracks, play and pause. And there's an A to B button here, and I haven't quite discovered what that means yet, since this is the first time I'm using this pedal. Around the back. Like I said, we've got our SD card slot there, which is pretty exciting. It's also a USB recording interface right there. On-off switch, little cable holder there so your cable doesn't get wrecked. DC in there. You can have a second expression pedal attached right here. Left and right TRS outputs and your guitar input. Everything on this unit is made of metal except the actual dials and the button surfaces. It's really impressively built, absolutely rock solid. You press those buttons and you really hear a click. You turn those dials and you really feel some resistance and you know exactly where you're at. And what can I say about the color screen? It's pretty hard to beat that one. And as we turn our controls, we get an exact mirror on the screen. So it's a very nice user-friendly interface as well. Lots of connectivity at the back. I really like the addition of the SD card MP3 player too. And considering we were just listening to presets then, we didn't do much editing, the sounds were pretty rock solid, and that's just on first impressions. So if you get your hands on one of these, get stuck right into it. Thanks again for watching Gearfacts. Feel free to click on that subscribe button. Don't bother looking at my Facebook because there seems to be some technical problem there, and I seem to have lost Gearfacts on Facebook. So anyway, see you next time on Gearfacts.